Welcome back to Out of the Rough. I'm with Jason Crawford. Jason Crawford's a manager of marketing and economic development for the city of Santa Clarita, and you've been on my show before. Welcome back.
Thank you. Very glad to be here.
Very involved with the city, very involved with the Chamber of Commerce, very involved in so much is going on in business and in commerce in the Santa Clarita Valley. But why Santa Clarita? What makes us so great to business?
There are a lot of advantages to Santa Clarita for businesses. Some are things that we do, and some are things that we don't do as a city and as a community. For example, things that we do have an enterprise zone, which is a tax savings program. We do have a great quality of life. We have great schools. We have great parks. Things that we don't have payroll taxes, gross receipt taxes, utility user taxes. There's a business license fee. There's a ton of things that we don't do. We don't get in the way of business, and then things that we do. And so that's why over 6,000 businesses call Santa Clarita home right now.
Yeah, we moved our business here from the San Fernando Valley, which was fine, but
Sure.
When we moved it, we wanted to be close to home. And that's one of the biggest advantages to a business is mom and dad or brother or sister or whoever you are and your loved ones are so close, you can pick them up from school, you can go to that sporting event in the afternoon because you're close to home.
Absolutely. It's great for the quality of life. One of the key ways we see businesses move up here are ones where one of the principals, the president, one of the vice presidents, live in Santa Clarita, are commuting down to LA to their business and realize, hey, if we move this business up here, everybody will be happier.
Yeah, and unemployment is really good in the Santa Clarita Valley. We won't get into specific numbers because they vary, but that's good. Sure. Let's talk about, I think it's one of our gems, and that is film, your film office. And I know you've been a central part of that. Why, one, has filming been so big here specifically because of that 30-mile radius rule? And then what has the city done to bring more filming here?
Santa Clarita has always had some amount of filming for generations and generations, and that is partly because we're in the 30-mile zone. There's a union rule with the TV studios and movie studios where if you stay within the 30-mile zone, you pay one fee. If you go one step outside of it, you have extra fees per diem, extra travel fees, etc. So it becomes much more expensive to film. So Santa Clarita is in that zone, which means we have cost savings for the productions, but also we have over 25 sound stages in Santa Clarita right now. Over half a dozen TV shows are filming here in those stages, plus other shows that are coming to film for a day here or a week there. Last year we had over 900 days of filming. So you average that out, we had at least 2-3 things filming every single day all year long.
Now, why is that significant, especially when it comes to business initially?
Well, the reason we go after filming so aggressively is because of two reasons. One, the economic impact. Film businesses spend a ton of money at local businesses, and then they also hire our residents. We know we have 6,000, 6,500 different people that live here that work in the film industry. So the more film jobs we can bring up here, the less those folks have to drive down to LA to commute to work. But last year, record-breaking year for filming, we had over $21 million spent by production companies at local businesses, hotels, restaurants, hardware stores, gas stations, across the board.
You mentioned two distinct things people don't quite get the intended consequences of. $21 million. That money might be the result of some of these companies staying in the Santa Clarita Valley, restaurants, different costume shops, different catering companies, and they allow that company to survive during the day so they can serve the citizens at night. The difference between profit and not being in business.
Absolutely. A small business may be just having their slow time of the day, and a production assistant from a film comes in and says, we need to order 150 of X to go give one to each of their crew. And it's a huge order, makes the business for the week, and that happens because of the shows that are filming up here. We specifically go after TV shows because they have such a long life. A movie could film for a couple months. A commercial will film for a couple of days, but a TV show can be on the air for 10 years. And so we specifically go after TV production for the long-term benefit to our economy.
The last thing I'll mention real quickly, and then we're going to go to different events, and that is when someone just drives a mile or two to get to work and they're a grip or they're part of the crew, that means they might have to drive, if it's somewhere else, if it's on the other side of Hollywood, an hour to two to get to their location instead of 5 minutes. That's quality of life. That's what keeps our housing prices where they are, and it just helps business. So very important. Last thing, we're seeing a lot more sports tournaments and events happening around town because with all the new hotels and with the complexes we do have, well, we have a lot of events.
We do. The city goes after events for tourism in really two ways. I mean, naturally, most people wouldn't normally think of, hey, if I'm going to go on my family vacation, I want to go to Santa Clarita. It doesn't come to mind, although we have Six Flags. But what we do get is a lot of event tourism. So whether it's cultural event tourism like the Cowboy Festival or a wine festival, or sports tourism, which is where we're seeing a lot of success. And that could be softball tournaments. A couple weeks ago, we had the Canyons Aquatic Water Championship. Over 1,000 hotel rooms booked from folks that were competing in that. We had the California State Chess Championship earlier this year. We've had Senior Bowling League that had 700 seniors from around Southern California come here to compete. So we are focusing aggressively on sports tourism of any fashion. Chess, softball, water sports, big events like golf and the Tour of California, to bring those in, to bring in visitors that end up coming in, staying in the hotels, spending money at local businesses, and then leaving.
Yeah. And some of those end up relocating here because of the quality of life.
Oh, sure.
Jason Crawford, those who want to reach the city, how can they reach you?
Well, the phone number is area code 661-255-4347. And then we have a website. If you go to worksantaclarita.com, one big word, worksantaclarita.com. From there, you can find out about all we're doing to help businesses. And then you can link over to information about film, or you can link over to information about events through the tourism office. Find out about the enterprise zone or about the work source, which helps people get the skills that they need to be able to find jobs. So all of that can be found at worksantaclarita.com.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Crawford, the manager of marketing and economic development for the city of Santa Clarita. We'll be right back.